Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Somebody let me know if you hear me okay. And let me share my screen here. I want to share screen 4, yes. Okay. So screen is good. You guys hear me okay? I assume. Hey, Carol, hey, Kevin, how are you? Ricky, Grassi, Sam, everybody, good morning. Let me just organize myself. Chat. Okay. All right. In good shape. Oh. Oh. Wow. Sorry, I just bit on something. Oh man. Give me a second, just 1 second. All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so we're gonna organize ourselves a little bit today for the first 20, 30 minutes. We're gonna ignore the markets. There's nothing much going on right now, except a very, very downward drift in NASDAQ. But I'm gonna show you sort of the latest setup that I have. I'm gonna do it from scratch because I want everybody to follow me with ease. All right. So first order of business. First order of business is we're going to go to the BK toolbox, right? And inside of BK toolbox, we have the arrow trader indicator. I'm going to show you how to lay that down. And then we have templates and we have wave files. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this on 4. Obviously, those of you who are doing it on 5, you can do it on 5. But I did everything on 4 because that's where everybody is pretty much. Okay, so we're going to go download the indicator into 4. Then I'm going to download the wave files folder. Obviously, all of this is going to be in zip, so you will. And I'm going to download the templates. Okay, and I'm going to create a few things. Okay, so I've downloaded all my stuff that you would do if you were me. I'm going to get big over here. And let's first, as order of business, let's do open data folder. Where's my folder? Okay. And we're going to go into our downloads folder. I have my arrow trader indicator. Copy that. Go back to MT4QL into indicators and drop it. And I'll just rename this obviously because obviously I've already downloaded a couple of times, so just so it's not confusing. Arrow trader 4. Okay. Now, next order of business in my downloads folder is I downloaded the I downloaded the wave files folder. So we're going to extract this. We're going to extract this to. We're going to say extract all. And where is it going to go? Oh, here it is. So we're going to extract this to a wave files. I think I already have a wave file, so let's just make it wave files too. Extract. Okay, super. So now I have where is my thing? Is it downloads wave files? Yeah, here it is, wave files 2. Okay, so now I have a wave files 2 folder. Okay, so these are all the wave files I've created for you. I've added a couple of more. So we're going to go into the wave files and just copy them all. Copy them all. Control C. You can see we have just the regular buy, sell, generic files, and then we also have the NASDAQ, the pound, and the euro. And you can create more, but I just created these for you to make it easy. Okay, so now we're going to Control C. Now we're going to go into, in this case, this is an 8 cap account, right? So we're going to go into our C file, x86, find our 8-cap MT4 terminal, find sounds. So it's x86 program files, MT4 terminal, sounds folder, right? That's what we're going to do. And we're going to paste everything in there. And we're going to say replace files in this destination and say continue. Okay, cool. All right. One other piece of business now. We're going to go back to the downloads folder. We downloaded templates. We're going to extract that too. Extract all to. Okay, templates. Just call it templates too, because I'm not sure. I may have another templates folder, so we call it templates. Extract all. So templates too. So we go over here, templates, and we have the euro and the pound templates. We're going to Control C those. Close this up. Go back into File, Open Data folder. Go into Templates, and we'll drop these templates in here. Okay. All right, super. Now, all we got to do next is refresh. Okay. And let's just attach the arrow trader to my NDX. Damn. Okay, so I'm going to have to do this one by one. So let's just do this like this. We're going to attach the arrow trader, and we're going to, since I already created the NASDAQ files, and the protocol is very simple. So it's NAS, the first 3 letters, just like euro or pound. This one is a continuation by, so it'd be CB. So that stands for CB. Then a cheap way to kind of cheat here is to just take these letters and then paste them in here, and then just change the last 2 letters. And this is reversal by, so it'd be RB. RB, okay, and this is continuation cell, and that's the protocol of how they're all like that. It's so continuation cell CS, and then over here it's reversal continuation cell, so it'd be reversal cell RS. Okay, is that clear? Okay, and we can save this template as, we can call it NAS arrow. Okay, so we can save that, and we can just attach this to, where's my NAS arrow? I don't have DAO, so I didn't make DAOs. So I guess on the DAO we could just do, let's just do, you know what? Let's just do a simple arrow trader. And here in our sounds, let me just make sure I have this right. I just want to do my sounds. Oh, it's for the generic sounds, I did it as by C, cell C, by R, cell R. So by C, reverse by is by R, cell C, and then cell R. Okay, and we can keep this as a, let's just say, save template as instead of NAS, we'll call it basic arrow. We can apply that to anything. Just, I mean, you really need one for every instrument to really make it useful, but I'll just, I don't have time right now to create all these things for you. So basic arrow for the German. Basic arrow. And then for the euro, we can go euro, arrow. Oh, this should be euro arrow too. Euro arrow, pound arrow. I don't know why. I don't even know the NASDAQ closed. Okay. So let's take a look at how everything is shaping up here. Why is this should be basic arrow? I'm not, so in other words, why is this not coming off? Ah, damn it. Okay, let's try this one more time with well, this is default. What is this? Let's put this. Just put the arrow on here. Sorry. Sometimes the problem is with the thing gets stuck, and you have to just kind of clear. So let's just call this. Let's call it basic arrow. Basic arrow. Ah, damn it. That's why. Ah, shit. Okay. Arrow trader. Okay. No. Fuck. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. Doesn't matter. Okay, I have NASDAQ. I have Dow. I have German. I have pound. I'm not going to worry about the lay down just because it's just too annoying right now. Okay, as far as expert advisors go, I'm going to show you the new beta version of the tool, which some of you may find very useful, some of you may not. It's up to you. So the cool thing about the beta version of the tool is that you don't need to set take profit here. All you got to do is just set what do you call them? Your stop. It will automatically take a set profit. So the way we're trading right now is I prefer 0.5 of my volatility filter, meaning that the candle has got to be only 10 points or less on a 20-point stop, and just 25% of my risk because we're trading kind of both sides. So what happens here is you'll see it automatically, it's grayed out. It tells you that there's it's a 5-point thing. And if you wanted to kind of adjust that for less or more, if you wanted to take profit to be bigger, you can adjust the stop to, let's say, 30, and it will automatically adjust it to a larger take profit. But generally, the advantage of this is you just don't need to do anything. It automatically, when it's preset in the background, you know exactly where it's gonna go. But you can adjust all this stuff this way. Okay, so having set all this up now, we got no signals anywhere. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, guys. And okay, so Eurodollar is creating a sell reversal arrow on a breakout, and this is what I mean about kind of setting up for us. Let's do this on a beta version. So I'm going to use the beta version 0.5 at 25 and say okay. And it's actually, ooh, what's going on here? Why is this not working? Oh, this is for some reason. Oh man. Control I. What's going on over here? I have 2 arrow traders. Delete. All right, you know what? I'm going to kill this euro. Close, and let's just looking for where's my euro dollar? Here we go. Chart window, clean chart window, right? Let's put a euro arrow on here. This is a big breakout, so we're going to just trade it. We're going to just do session tool, beta risk, just say, okay, it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry, no, it does matter. It does matter. Because the problem with the beta risk is that I need to set this at 25. Okay, fine. So we're gonna just chase this trade because you know, because I'm a little bit late, but I want to show the idea that we're always going to be taking the first breakout in trend as a good idea. There was also the pound gave us a trade here too, so we're going to try and trade this. Yes, I want to take this with beta, and I want to take it with 25, and I want to do the same thing. So I want to buy the pound now. That's my breakout. Oh, sorry, actually, I don't want to buy the pound. Well, yeah, I don't want to buy the pound. Let's close this up, and let's set it properly on the high of this candle, which is very close already. Okay. It's just micro touch here. But let's set it up here. The idea, obviously all we're trying to do is trade this big break. We have a small breakout, cable is up in trend. That's a reasonable trade for us. We want to take it, same story with the euro. The euro had a reverse sell candle in an uptrend. It broke to the highs. We want to follow that. Okay, so NASDAQ has a reverse sell. That's a good trade for us. Let's do the same thing. And it's got it this time. We're just going to wait. We're going to wait until we actually get the breakout here. And the reverse sell, I guess, is going to be over here. It's a very small candle. So we'll wait for it. It needs to break the high of this candle for us to be legitimate to trade. Got about 15 minutes before the open, so we can watch it. But you can see how with audio cues, right? With all these audio cues, you don't have to constantly cycle through all the charts because you get an audio cue. You can just look at the chart, trade it one way or the other properly. So I'm watching this. And where's the Dow? The Dow actually has we're going to play this also to the upside just for fun. Where's my thing here? Again with my and with Dow. So this is what's cool. We're going to say with Dow, we're going to say 25. Now remember, this says a default of. Let's just put this on a buy. And we want to be probably above here somewhere. Let's just say over here. Okay. But remember, why is this? Oh, did I screw this up? Oh, I put 15. That's what it was. I want 25. I was like, wow, that's really low. Okay. So I put 25% of risk. And remember that with Dow, we're going to be willing to risk 40 to let it play out. All of this obviously because we have the flexibility to hedge if we need to. Okay, so pound triggered, the pound trade triggered. You're going to get a lot of sometimes commentary about as a trade develops, especially on the currencies which take a long time to develop. You're going to get different kind of arrows. So euro actually has a buy continuation arrow over here. It's all confirming right now the uptrend, and we're just going to stay with that idea until it happens. I don't know if I don't know if it's necessary, but one other nice thing we might eventually do is have an audio cue for a fill trade, right? Which is also, I think, kind of nice, where like, let's say you're $1 filled, or you're $1 buy filled, pound dollar sell filled, just to, if you want the audio cue. I find the audio cue is very, very useful for, okay, that was, NASDAQ just went, so we got into the NASDAQ trade, and I guess that was the buy reverse signal arrow was in the generic trades. Yeah, that's why I didn't have the DAX recorded yet. So that's another one that we can try to play here to the upside. Let's just play this. What's going on over here? Oh, sorry, this is a crappy, no, cancel. Let's go to the beta tool. Let's make this again 25. Okay, we're stuck on this for some. Okay, I'm gonna need to do another German. I have to delete this. Okay, close. I'm gonna have to do another German trade here. Open chart window. So sometimes you're gonna get these things stuck, and you just have to close out the chart and restart it. So we'll put a. Oh, sorry. We want to put the basic arrow on this. So this creates arrows. Ah, no, damn. Sorry. Let's try this one more time. Okay, I'm going to kill this because the problem is it saved the bad template. Now let's do this again. Chart window. Just want to put the just put the arrow on here. Arrow trader on here. Cancel. That's not what I want. I want arrow trader. Buy C. Sorry. Buy R. So C. Okay. So this should be a clean buy arrow template. Basic arrow template. Okay. Yes, I want to replace this. So now that's good. And that allows us to just have the arrows with just the buy sell signals. If this thing breaks to the upside above this thing, so now we can lay down our beta tool if we want to at 25% of target. Say okay. We can set the target to 40, which will give us 10, and buy over here. Okay, let's just yeah, that's good enough. Let's put it up here. All right, so that's that's kind of where we're at. We're just we're basically establishing ourselves against all these positions, trying to. Where's my year? This one is established against this position. Waiting for a trigger to the upside. Pound is floating, euro is floating, nothing much is going on, and NASDAQ is very, very, very tight. Wow, surprisingly tight, really surprisingly tight on this open. NASDAQ has been under a tremendous amount of selling pressure. We bought all of this really for demonstration purposes. We got, what time is it? It's 7 minutes in front of the open. So this could totally flush to the downside. And the way I'm going to sort of, there's a lot of space here. I'm just trying to hedge this properly. So this is a 42, and that's a 20 to the downside. So the proper hedge, in other words, I generally would never come into a trade 10 minutes before the open because you're always subject to volatility risk. But since I'm already in it, And since, I have to manage this the way I would normally, what I would want to do is I'm looking for, like, where's the violation of this trade to the downside that I would want to get short on the opposite side. And then that, the natural place is always the last arrow on the chart, which would be here. But this is a very, very low place. So what I will do is I'll just simply use this, which is, so the German got triggered also now. So I will use the low of this, which is 32, as a possible trade, to the downside. What is this? Okay, so let's just do this basic. Okay, and let's do this. So we're going to come in at 25. And we will sell this way below around 32s. So I'm going to use this as sort of my like hedge entry, right? If the candle closes down to that level, I'm pretty clearly wrong on my long trade. What do I have? Oh, the German is up 7, so I'll take German off the table. Something, I think the Dow is up 2, right? Dow was up big 7. I'll take those off the table because this is the beginning of the day. So 7,714. We'll kind of float the rest of the stuff. Let's see if Nasdaq it's either going to work or not work. So it should be close. Nasdaq works. So it's another 5, and it just leaves us now with the euro and the pound, which are always going to be much slower, and will float that way. So what happens now is that hedge that I had in NASDAQ to this side, I'm going to cancel. I'm canceling the hedge because my original trade, which was, let's get long this thing and kind of see if it worked, and I'm fine. I didn't even have a chance to set up any hedges for the Dow because that all worked. But it's all good examples of how we, the first trade in trend, even if we had to sort of, stare the open in the face, worked pretty well. Worked pretty well. And I think, honestly, with the idea of the hedge side, I just didn't, obviously, first of all, there's a lot of instruments. You have to give yourself ample room and ample time and preparation, have everything at your fingertips to kind of set up both the entry trade and the hedge trade so that you're properly positioned for everything. But this time I didn't have to bother with all this stuff. All 3 trades blew up because the market decided to ramp them on the open, which was great after selling off really, really hard. I thought maybe they'll do a little bit more continuation, but it looks like they sold everything off pre-open. Now we can, basically twiddle our thumbs and just look around and see what happens next. Where's the German? Here's the German. The German also, broke to the upside. It's that, this is the reason why I like to trade the first break. The first break is the first cut is the deepest, right? Is that how the song goes? So, the first break is the strongest. Is that what we should think about? I like that first break in trend because you're always early to what hopefully is the consensus of the market, which is the consensus move at that particular time. So it generally it behooves you well to position yourself that way, and then you position yourself the other way just in case you're completely wrong. And if the trade works, which most of the time it does, you kind of kill the hedge, and that's it. And just the whole point being is that one, you are choosing a good entry with great structures. 2, you always have plan B with a hedge. So okay, so Nasdaq sell reverse signal arrow, which, by the way, if we wanted to play this, so German also has a sell reverse signal arrow. So let me see if Nasdaq is a sell. Yeah, Nasdaq is a sell reverse signal arrow. So if we want to, we can press the trade, which we will just for fun. Let's press the trade here on the buy side, meaning that we're willing to this is kind of an early trade. We usually don't want to chase the second signal, but let's chase the second signal. Let's, like the point being is if this is a strong trend and they really want to ramp it, let them ramp it. Let them take, let's see if we can play it. I mean, we're doing a lot of this stuff for demo purposes. So now it really broke out. Unfortunately, it broke out literally right after our candle. But we'll stay with this because it's a pretty strong breakout. Let's see if they, if they can hold the highs here, then we're going to assume that the buyers have a lot of control. It's 41 seconds, a lot of time, and they could race this. This could really run very, very. Yeah, it looks. I don't know. There's something to break the news break or something. Nope. Nope. Market just feeling. I mean, that's a big ramp here. We just took 20 points through the front. We're going to stay with this because although I don't even know if we're going to be able to, if this may not execute me because the volatility of this candle is just huge. So let's see if it does execute me. Actually, I wonder if my volatility. Oh, yeah. See, the volatility candle did not, execute the trade. So I just did this manual just because I'm curious to see if we can get a continuation move on this. Not because that's a good idea, but it's just I'm chasing in a very, very strong continuation move, but it worked. So it's another 5 points, so 10 points in Nasdaq because of such strong. It was such a strong move. It ended like midpoint, so I had some space to get up to the end of the arrow, and I just took it. I just took it manually to let that play out. Let me see what's happening in the Dow. Dow also had a huge breakout. Now this is interesting. So Dow to me is always notoriously difficult to trade precisely because is this this is the wrong one. I want the beta. Let's just do this. Oh, damn, this is okay. Basic arrow. Let's do this. Let's do Dow. Now, I'm not going to chase the Dow at this point. I'm not going to chase the Dow at this point, but I'll set this up for a proper setup in case we get it, in case we get a move. Not a trade I love to do, which is buying way away from moving average. But it's also in these kind of moves, if this ends on the highs, I think I'll just go for it, just to see if it ends through the high of this candle. That's just such a strong momentum move that I want to follow it just for a little bit. Okay, so I'm long here for literally, shits and giggles, for curiosity's sake, to see if I can make another 5. Not a trade that I would want to do. But if I were to put this at 40, which is my standard stop, right? And in this case, you really have to give yourself 40 just to breathe, because it's going to retrace really hard on you on Dow and everything else. It's one of the reasons why I really don't like trading Dow at all versus a NAS, because its retrace movements are so much more steeper, and its forward movements or its profit movements are never really as certain or exact. So this is very likely going to end up negative, because it's just a classic too rich, too big, too high up move. And ultimately, this could really work. In other words, if you gave yourself 100 points, does the Dow have a chance to extend? Yes. I mean, if we get lucky here and it sort of consolidates off of a 40 base, so be it. Sure, that'll be nice. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to just close this just because it's not a legitimate trade, and it's not working in the first two. If it's not working in the first 2 candles, I really don't care about it. It could unwind. There's no point in playing it. Back to So everything now is super extended. Now we really don't have any trades to trade. And actually, if we're to trade, Ricky's saying arrows are only red or green. How do you know which one is reversal or buy or sell? Ricky, it's obvious by the location of the arrow. If it's a sell arrow in an uptrend, that's a reversal. If it's a buy arrow, which word? Who gave me the reverse signal? Here. So this is, again, very extended. And we actually want to look at this as a possibility to sell, not to buy. So let's, but Ricky, it's obvious which one is reverse, which one is this. You gotta know the rules, right? I'll explain. I'll show you how to mark them differently, but it's just pretty obvious. Let's do this actually for fun. Let's do a reverse trade in the Dow on this. And the reverse trade, basically, we're gonna sell this at the break of the candle over here, at the break of this candle. So the Dow extends, Dow continues to go. But here's the idea. The idea is that we have a super extended move. It's well away from the moving average. And I guess one of the I guess pound, did pound just make? Yeah, pound banked also, right? Did pound just bank? Where's my pound? Yeah, pound just banked out too. So we just made money on the pound too. This is a legitimate trade, legitimate reversal trade. So basically, the premise here is that if the low of this candle is broken on a closing basis, then we have a turn trade, and we're gonna trade that. If it just keeps running away, no harm, no foul. We actually could have taken a long trade here, but this is a third or fourth candle in a very overextended move. It's a clearly high momentum move this morning, and the trades are to the upside, but it's outside of our probability scenario. But back to your question, Ricky, how do you know which candles? You can literally set them. You can set the different colors. You want me to set the different colors? Watch this. So to buy, in this case, in MT4, I know what he did. In MT4, he made a mistake. He didn't. In MT5, he gave you the ability to set colors to all of them, but in MT4, he only gave you the ability to set colors to reversals. The continuation ones, the sell is obviously red, and the buy is obviously green. So if you want to just change the reversal, you can say, well, I want the reversal sell to be black. And you can make them both black. I want the reversal buy to be black. If you do that, then all of a sudden they change, right? And you see that you can see that if it's a reversal buy, it's black. If you want your reversal buy to be different from your reversal sell, then you can just simply go in here and say, I want my reversal. If my reversal sell is black, but my reversal buy is going to be yellow. It's a horrible color, but just if that makes it easier for you, you can do that. Or actually, let's make it orange. That's really horrible. What can we make it? Can we make it orange? Orange, something like this, like that, dark orange. Okay, that whatever you like, whatever you like. But obviously, I actually set both of my reversals to black. My continuations are the normal color, which is green for buys, red for sells. And then the point being is that you see them. You're gonna get the signal. You're gonna get the computer knows whether it's a reversal continuation because it's set properly to that. So even if he doesn't change the color, it will automatically cue you. So that's how you do it. You can adjust all that stuff. All right. Wow. What a pump in NASDAQ, man. It's just unbelievable. Every time I think this thing is done. So this is hugely overbought now, right? we don't have a signal. We need a sell signal here for us to even consider a reversal trade. But I guess the euro got done too, right? So did the euro just get done? I'm not even looking. The euro get done? Where's euro? What happened to my euro? Yeah, euro got done too. So plus 5 on euro pound on legitimate currency trades, right? 10 on the NASDAQ, another 7 on DAX, another 7 on Dow. So it's like, a lot of points on all that stuff. If you want to count the minus 12 on, okay, that's probably not a signal for me. No, not a signal. It's too tight. It's well inside of there, but at least we have some signals. And the NAS is just I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out what the F is happening. Huh. There's really no news. It's just a squeeze from the morning. Wow, it's just U.S. retail just bringing this up. Unfortunately, there's no trades for us until we get a signal. So we're going to stay very, very disciplined on this. But you can see how just by being, on the cable and euro, we're done. Yeah, thank you, Connie. Yeah, they were done. Did you trade the cable and the euro with me? And NASDAQ too, yeah. Yeah, good for you. I know. F the Dow. We hate the Dow. Although I know Karen loves the Dow. Karen, are you there today? Karen. Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen. Oh, Karen. Is she there? Oh, yeah, she's there. Okay. My apologies, by the way, for everybody named Karen, because I have a lot of friends, good friends who are called Karen, and it's gotten such a horrible name because of white privilege in America today. On the other hand, my wife taught me a new trick name. So there is this term in retail called BOPUS, buy online, purchase in store, right? And the most common service that you guys are familiar with would be Starbucks. How many of you have ordered a Starbucks coffee on the app and then picked it up in the store, like I just did this morning? That's like 90% of their business this now. But there's also a new term called Boris, which is buy online, return in store. So for the first time in my life, there's actually an American term that matches my name. Why are you taking that freaking Dow? That was such a piece of shit trade. I told you it was a piece of shit trade. I told you I was just sticking around with that. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna say don't take this trade. I mean, that was just literally for me to just out of curiosity. That was a horrible trade. I would have never. I never wanted anybody to follow me into the Dow. The other trades were okay, but that Dow was just a freaking disaster. Pound dollar sell reversal arrow. Anything? Ooh. I'm not. I gotta say, I'm tempted here. My friend Jamie Satel, who's a very, very good technical analyst on a much longer term charts, really thinks that the pound has potential to turn lower. We can set this up. It won't hurt us if we set this up. Let's do a sell structure on this. If it works, it will work. If not, it won't. So we're going to put like underneath here. So we're going to be underneath this arrow. So the idea here is, we're trading the reversal in pound. Although this is an uptrend. This is a third trade. Might be worthwhile. I've had enormously good success with cable. Which one is the buy continuation arrow, and which is it in the German? Must be the German. You see, by the way, you see how bad it is to just simply use a generic audible when you really where this is really useful is when you, especially, it's really actually fun for me to trade the CFD account because obviously in my life I have like 4 accounts all at once, and it's just kind of annoying because they're all blaring at me. But the CFD account, obviously, with the audibles, allows you to just, you don't have to worry about looking at a million charts. You can just look at one single account for all your charts, and then lay down the trades accordingly. But you need a instrument identifier. So I think what I'm going to do is, so basically we've sort of settled down right now, and it'll probably be expanded later on. We're basically trading NASDAQ, Dow, German, pound, and euro, right? That's pretty much all we do in live trading, which is enough. Like 5 instruments is more than enough for us to get active. So I'm going to create the German and the Dow audibles, so that tomorrow we're going to put down the German template. We're going to put down the Dow template. It's going to tell us right away, which instrument, so that we can go look right away and see, oh, here's a trade setting up, and just trade it that way. Does that sound good to everybody? Everybody's so quiet today, guys. You're like, are you all watching? Shelley, you trade any of the NAS to the upside? Yeah, it's Sleepy Tuesday. No coffee yet. Jonathan, are you on the West Coast? Oh, all my West Coast peeps, So this is my Eurodollar sell continuation arrow. Yeah, so okay, you know what? Let's play this. This is where am I? The thing I love about currencies, they're so freaking slow that you don't have to do it. So we're a little bit late. We're not late to this candle, but we actually have to watch this manually, because so we have a negative trend, tiny little negative trend, basically euro failing. We got a sell candle in a negative trend. The setup is, if this candle ends below the low of this candle, which it looks like it will, we still have to let the full candle proceed. We're just going to come in market on this and let it play out. And it's kind of selling off a little bit already. Wow, it's sold off like 4 or 5 pips already, but we're gonna. Okay, so I'm short the euro. Now NASDAQ finally gave us a reverse sell signal. Now this is really interesting, because now we can set ourselves up for the low of this candle. Let me see if I can actually do this. Okay, so here's my low on this candle, and if this is indeed a reversal candle, right? I wonder why this is doing this for me. Okay, there we go. If this thing breaks to the down, like closes through the low of this reversal arrow, then we're gonna we're gonna see if we can capture the mean reversion trade, the reversal trade. But it's gotta close below this level, and so far it hasn't. It looks like it wants to rally a little bit higher, and we're gonna watch this. And if there's a secondary arrow, it will tell us, and we can reset our structures and do all those things, and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Nothing over here. Cable is over here. Oh, what happened to my cable? Don't I have a setup? Oh, yeah, I do have a setup on cable. Yeah, I forgot I have like two charts like this. I totally forgot. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. So we're talking about creating more audibles so that we are. Look at the German. German is really strong too. Okay, pound is triggering nothing for us right now. The NAS is struggling around this area, right? Struggling around this area, and we have a sell trigger set up if it breaks the lows over here, which is fine. So if there is profit taking to be done, we're positioned for it. Let's see how much time we have on our candle here. It's 8 periods. That's fine. That's fine. The next order of business for this particular applet is we're going to integrate this. Oh, so I'm another way I was going to tell you. So we're going to. I did speak to Daniel. We're going to be able to do trend, uptrend triggered, downtrend triggered. The crossover is going to be an audible as well. This will make it really easy for us. So the whole point is we only want to start paying attention when the trend is triggered, and then we want to. And once the trend is triggered, then we start looking for scalp setups. Post that. So it'll just say uptrend triggered, downtrend triggered, and it will give us an audible this way. Pretty cool, right? Are you guys have you guys started incorporating it? Well, I just laid down all the new ones, and I'll add the German, and then I'll add the Dow also. And by the way, Jonathan and everybody else who's trading on 5, or Cheryl who's trading on 5 for futures, I'll make it super easy. I'll make what I did is, because I'm using NASDAQ and Dow and German, these are the generic names, not the futures symbols, instead of NQYM. You can apply those. I'll make the templates, and you can just apply those templates in 5. So I'll create the 5 templates as well for the 3 instruments that we trade. And as I said, you guys can make your own off those websites that I showed you. So far, nothing else going on over here. Oh, I know. I was going to say, Jonathan. So all you guys on the West Coast. So there's this drink called the Red Eye, which is a shot of espresso dumped into your coffee, or you have your coffee with a shot of espresso. That is a morning wake up staple in this house. So we have like an espresso maker. I just pop an espresso in there, and then I pour coffee over that. That will do the trick anytime. We'll wake you guys up. Where are you guys? It all depends on how you can handle caffeine. There you go. Cheryl's drinking red eye. I'm like that person. I can literally take a double espresso and go to sleep. Like I have zero, caffeine sensitivity. Like I can't drink. It's funny. I'm Russian. I can't drink a glass of wine without literally falling over and just being passed out. But I can drink 10 cups of coffee and have no impact. It's completely different. Oh, really? So how do you stimulate yourself, Mel? Do you drink matcha tea now? Have you become that kind of person? Almond milk lattes. Oh man, what are you, 5 years old? No, just kidding. That's my 8-year-old likes. Dirty chai. What's in a dirty chai? Is it like a super strong tea? Ew. Ew. Wait, no sugar. Doesn't like almond without sugar basically taste like chalk? Oh my God. A chai milk tea. That's interesting. I actually, almond is okay, really? It's not bad. I thought it tastes like chalk. It's interesting you guys talking about this because I'm writing a lot of investment pieces, which you guys are going to see very soon. But one of the theses or thesi or theses that I had that's sort of interesting in terms of like a long-term trade that I like. I love Starbucks as a long-term hold because I think they just dominate the retail space so well. But the critical thing is Starbucks has gotten a lot of people in China to become coffee drinkers. And to me, coffee is the single most addictive, legal addictive element in modern culture, right? And so the big question is, and I think, it's interesting for those of you who are from in Asia, the big question is, like, to me, if they can flip India into a coffee drinking culture, if they can take the tea drinking cultures and flip them into coffee drinking cultures, that is just billions of money for them for the next couple of decades. So I'm very bullish on the whole idea that we're going to corrupt the rest of the world. Looks like the euro is going to hit here. Let's go. Yep, euro hit. So that's another good one. Another good trigger. In the meantime, no other triggers for us. The euro was a trend trade, I believe. We took the trend trade to the downside. Yes, euro was early trend, and this is a good example of early trend, right? Now I'm really pissed off because I took all these trades in the CFD account without taking it into my own account. So like I just gave up 20, 30 points of easy money, but whatever. It's fine because I'm all about teaching you guys. That's what I'm here for. I'm all about teaching. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever. So this, that was a good trade, and very, very classic on the early trend side. In the meantime, cable. I don't know why the cable not trigger. It may have timed me out. Oh, cable may have just timed me out. I wasn't paying attention. It looks like I just got timed out. So unfortunately, that cable trade did not trigger because it was just timed out. I needed to watch this for a longer period of time. And actually, I got to tell you, so one of the things I'm sort of realizing with currencies is they're slow to resolve and sometimes slow to trigger. And we may just use a 20, I think a 20 default period instead of a 10 default period is probably a better sweet spot for the FX trades, so that we can just stay in the position, because this would have been a nice clean, would have come in over here on the close over here at 93, and it dipped all the way down to then wouldn't have done us just yet, but it would have been floating. It still would have been a pretty decent trade here. It does look like I think it might top out a little bit. In the meantime, where's NAS? NAS. Okay, great, just perfect. Thank you, operator, for reminding me. So let's do this again. Now we're going to set this up. Let's do this again on the downside. We're going to sell this to the downside again. So the idea here is it's going to break the lows of the sell candle. If it keeps climbing, we just trade underneath it until and unless it breaks. And if it does break, then we're willing to trade it to the downside, because that would seem like a legitimate reversal signal after quite a large uptrend. So it needs to digest a little bit, at least a little bit of reversal flows. It looks like it might trigger us over here. Let's see if it triggers us. Okay, so we're in trade, and where would I be wrong? So I'm always looking at this and where would I be wrong on this hedge? And where I want to be hedging myself is to the buy side above that arrow. So I'm going to hedge myself right above here. And if it closes through that arrow, my thesis about a reversal is clearly wrong. I mean, it may be early, it may be wrong, it doesn't matter. I want to stay on the to the up. I want to hedge that position and minimize my losses, maybe get lucky and make money both sides. But I don't want to be naked and exposed if the prices are above that level, right? So we'll see. And you see the reversal trades. The other thing I was going to say is reversal trades are, as I said to you, are always more difficult to handicap because you always picking tops and picking bottoms is a more difficult art than picking continuation. You know, it's hard to figure out exactly the moment when the crowd gets exhausted, because that's really what we're trying to do. But, you know, let's see if that works, if this works. We're obviously letting this thing float, and let's see how it works. Oh, what happened? What just happened here? There's a big gap here? Oh, that's interesting. What happened here? That was a crazy move here. That just spiked up and spiked down on NAS. Oh, it was a big spike out. Oh, wow, it was a big spike out. Now, unfortunately, this is exactly what I mean about the reversal. Now we got to reset this because it spiked out, did not close above this, so it's not going to trigger our buy point, and we definitely want to try again on the sell side. Now this is definitely want to see if this breaks the sell side again, because it looked like it was just one final burst of upside moves before it finally broke down now. Where's my, I just want to see my, so it's not even close to taking out my buys, but it's probably gonna, let's see if it takes out my sell. Wow, it's really, damn, is this volatile today. Look at that, all the moves are happening outside of the candles. All right, let's give this a play. Wow. Oh, damn, I'm sorry, guys. I ran you into news on this one. That was my apologies. I didn't know we had the ISM factory gauge coming out, and that's why we had the big spike. I should have looked at the news today. Okay, I didn't realize we had news out. So right now I have my sell on this. This again, just you know, to kind of confirm that, and my buy on this. Basically, the idea is that if this candle breaks to the upside, the uptrend is going to continue. But if they break it to the downside, they're likely going to take a little bit more profits here. But this was a good example of where the hedge just simply, the volatility simply took out the hedge. So basically, we got stopped on one side, and the other side just never participated, but it's good that it didn't participate, because it would have been. This is the other aspect of it that I like, is that if it's a false, you know, if it's a false spike out, it's not going to get you into a trade. It's not going to get you into a double stop, right? And what it just didn't do was it didn't protect you on one side, which happens rarely, but you know it does. You can't always get what you want. So we're now like, this is why I wanted to trade through the 10-10-30, because now it gets kind of interesting. Now it's sort of like, you know, we've established the first hour movement. It seems like, surprisingly enough, we are much more positive than I thought we would be at this point. And look at this gap. Oh, this was the Dow gap also. The Dow is actually okay. So what did that take me on the buy side? So the NAS took me to the buy side. So the buyers really dominate. It's a good example of how the buyers really have a lot of strength. Okay, so good. So at least we made a little bit back. That big stop out, we made a little bit money back on that big stop out. I think net we're actually flat on NAS today because this one big stop took us out. But it's a good example of just, if you see right now, I was not doctrinaire, right? I did not have a view that I was pounding the table on. I thought NASDAQ should correct a little bit, but clearly the market decided no, and I just traded the market flow and suppressed my ego. And the great advantage of trading both sides of the market is it naturally keeps you humble. You are naturally not committed to one side or the other, and this helps you discover the true side, right? Anybody trade the upside on the NAS with me? And so now, by the way, of course, we can get rid of the. Do I have the other one? Now we can get rid of this hedge because the hedge is no longer necessary. It resolved to the upside, for the time being. And that's how I manage a lot of the stuff, just back and forth all the time like this. Okay, let me see what's going on over here. Where are you guys? Bye, Karen. Yeah, good for you, Jonathan. Good job. So I think we're going to settle down a little bit now, and I don't think we have any more setups. I did, there was the Dow setup actually. This would have been a great reversal setup. Unfortunately, I was too preoccupied with NAS. This is a sell candle, breaks to the low. If we shorted this would have been a great sell setup. This would have been one last trade that we could have done. But overall, I think we did a lot of good. We did like 10 trades today, very, very active, all with the help of the Audible, which put us into a lot more trades than we wouldn't have been able to do. And we'll try to do more of that as we go. So I think to summarize, I took 10 in the euro, 5 in a pound, right? 7 in the Dow, 7 in the DAX, and effectively broke even on the NAS. So not bad. It's like really 30, 40 points. And, the target is I'm trying to make 10, 15 points a day. So pretty good. Okay, guys, any final questions? Anything else that you want to ask me? Oh, NASDAQ reverse sell. Let's look at that. Ooh, really tempted. Should we fade this move? This is a very, very strong up move. Jesus, NASDAQ just does not want to go down. But let's play this just for fun. We're going to sell this. Through that low of that candle. Where's my candle? If they break the low, this is a big candle. They took it to the upside. If they take out the lows of this candle, I gotta believe the sellers take control of the game. So we'll give it like two, 3 periods. See if it can trigger to the downside, and then we'll take it from there. But you guys are seeing how much financially and psychologically calmer it is to trade both sides, right? I mean, that's the kind of, I think, there's so many things that we discovered last year in improving the setup, but this was one of the more interesting and unique aspects of it, is that we don't get married. And this is actually breaking to the upside. I mean, it's a third of the fourth upside break in a very, very strong trend. And clearly, when we have a super trend, today is a super trend day. But actually, there was a super trend day early in Europe to the downside, and now it's a super trend day to the upside in North America. The problem with the super trend day is you just never know when it ends. So I don't like to chase the. This is not an opening probability trade, right? Because the probability of this success diminishes by the third or the fourth signal that we have in the trend. Although it may work in a super trend, you can get 5, 6 consecutive signals. But I am trading the reversal side of the super trend right now as a higher probability trade, and I would only hedge it to the upside if I got into the short trade. So that's the mechanics of all of this is I don't do the other leg until the first leg gets initiated. I mean, I have a higher probability view. Like over here, obviously I was higher probability to the upside, right? Over here, I started to be higher probability to the downside, but was fully willing to entertain the possibility of going the other way, right? And now I'm much higher probability to the downside than I am to the upside because the super trend is coming to an end. But until and unless I get that confirmed, I'm not in a trade. And only if I get in a trade will I then hedge that with a more continuity. What's on my euro dollar? Okay, and that's nothing for us. It's too early. This is a reversal trade, but way too early. It's only the first reversal signal in a move. So we'll leave that alone. Really interesting at how strong the funded picture is, you know. Huh. It's really interesting. Mike Pence has just opted out of the certification process. Very smart of him. He clearly thinks it's all nonsense, but he doesn't want to look bad in front of the Trumpkin, so he just simply bows out of the process. You're actually this reversal kind of worked, but it's not a setup that we have that makes any sense. All right, I'm not getting the reversal candle. It may come in the next 5-10 minutes, but I want to wrap up today because we've got a lot of stuff to do on other projects. Any final questions? Any thoughts on your head? Is everybody comfortable with all the tools? Oh, good for you. Is everybody comfortable with all the tools? Is everybody comfortable with setting up the audibles? I'm going to set up the German audible and the Dow audible for everybody, and I'm going to do the MT5 templates for everybody as well. So tomorrow we'll have all that, we're just working on working on the final tweaks of all this stuff. Yeah. The arrow signal trades are awesome. Once you know how to use them and how to properly, position yourself for them, they're really, really good. They make trading a lot easier. Cheryl. Well, what I mean, by audibles, I mean that little, the little sound. These are basically sound files that are attached to the arrow indicator. And every time there is an arrow, the setup. Yeah. I mean, it's all recorded today. You can see it, but I'll do it again tomorrow. And I'm actually my next I have so many little interesting projects. But my next big project is I'm actually going to use Loom, which is like this great little piece of software that allows you to record your screen and create these 3-minute tiny little education videos for virtually all of our stuff. Like now that we're coming to like a final version of everything that we do, that I'm going to have like a library of day trading videos, live trading videos. How to set up arrow, how to set up the execution applet, how to set up the audibles, all those tiny little videos with that stuff, because it's super easy with this software. And I understand, and you don't want to go through 60 minutes of worth of content to just answer one simple question. So I will be doing that. Yes. Yep. I'm all about user friendliness, Cheryl. It's just me. I am all about customer service. My warm and fuzzy personality is just all about that. Anyways, I'm glad you guys like it. All right, super. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm glad we banked everything out again. Another good day for us. Another good day in the office. I wonder, oh, is there an office? I wonder if there's an office. Oh, look at that. There's an office. What the fuck is this? Oh, office building? Ah, that's okay. How about desk? I want like more. Oh, that's a horrible. Computer desk, desktop computer. There's no like good emojis, like letter. Love letter. Jesus, these suck. Oh, how about this? Inbox tray. That's a very office thing. No, Eli, I'm not trading the EAs on a basis. I'm not trading the EVA on a basis right now. No, because we're gonna, the EA is gonna be, we're gonna reformat the whole EA to the arrow indicator. And as I said to you, I am just the only way I'm going to trade the EAs on a sort of a long-term basis is trade much longer-term charts. But I'm not a lover of. It's a long conversation, Eli, and it's a long philosophical conversation. But my thought pattern actually about all of this stuff is that the only way I really want to trade EA is in this dual account format, where one EA is taking longs, the other one is taking shorts off of the triggers. Obviously, they're not equidistant, but they're tradable. In other words, if there's a trade to be triggered, it goes in. If there isn't a trade to be triggered, it avoids it. And that asymmetry, the asymmetry of entry because of the candle close, I think might create a structure where the two-sided EAs would be net positive. I'm fooling around with that idea, but that's really I think the best way to do this if we're gonna do this on a fully automated basis. That's a long conversation. Look at this. We have not been able to break the lows, and we're breaking the highs, and it's a super trend day today. So we're just gonna watch this carefully until the super trend breaks. All right, guys, thank you so much. Everybody have a great day. I'll post this in just a little bit, okay? Take care. Bye-bye.